A show, a sideshow, a spectacle, a soap opera, a circus. There are plenty of names for it. Whatever you want to call FBI agent Peter Strzok's 10-hour showdown with House Judiciary and House Oversight Committees Thursday, you cannot call it boring. Like this moment with Republican Congressman Louis Gohmert.
I've talked to FBI agents around the country. You've embarrassed them, you've embarrassed yourself, and I can't help but wonder when I see you looking there with a little smirk, how many times did you look so innocent into your wife's eye and lie to her about Lisa?
Mr. Chairman, this is outrageous.
Credibility of a witness
Shame
is
on
always
you,
an
Mr.
issue.
Mr. Chairman, please.
Have you Mr. Chairman, this is intolerable harassment of the witness.
What's wrong with that? You need your medication.
Bananas. And that was just one moment. You heard Congressman Gohmert, you might not over all the shouting, but Congressman Gohmert also mentioning Lisa Page there. That's Strzok's former colleague at the Bureau with whom he had an extramarital affair. Today, she's actually going to be on the Hill. She's going to face some of those very same lawmakers in the House committee behind closed doors for an interview. Page was the person that Strzok exchanged many of those anti-Trump text messages with back in 2016 that have gotten so much attention, including from the Inspector General of the department. Strzok said yesterday again and again that none of those personal opinions in those text messages had any impact on his work on either the Clinton email investigation or the early part of the Russia investigation. So what did we learn from yesterday's hearing? Joining me right now, Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland. He's one of the lawmakers asking questions at yesterday's hearing. Congressman, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
So, Democratic Congressman, one of your colleagues, David Cicilline, he called yesterday's hearing a colossal waste of time. You called it during the hearing a kangaroo court yesterday. What do you call it today?
Well, it was a kangaroo court, and it was a disgrace and an embarrassment, certainly to the Republican Party, and unfortunately, I think, to the whole institution. Look, we didn't even need to have that hearing because the Inspector General of the Department of Justice has already determined that there was no bias of any kind, no partisan bias affecting the Hillary Clinton investigation. End of story. It's basically over. But you would, in order to buy their whole paranoid conspiracy theory thesis, you would have to assume that all of these Republican prosecutors got together to try to help Hillary Clinton and hurt Donald Trump. You're talking about Republican prosecutors, Comey and Mueller and Rosenstein and Attorney General Sessions. These are all big-time Republicans. It just doesn't make any sense at all.
This gets to kind of a bit of your line of questioning from yesterday for our viewers. I want to play it for them. Watch this.
In the spring of 2016, Senator Ted Cruz called Donald Trump a, quote, sniveling coward, a pathological liar, and a serial philanderer. Was this attack on Trump by Senator Ted Cruz a coordinated part of a deep state conspiracy that you organized?
No.
On August 8th, 2016, Senator Marco Rubio said Donald Trump was, quote, unworthy of being our president. Was this attack part of a deep state conspiracy that you organized?
No.
In October of 2016, Speaker Paul Ryan said, I am not going to defend Donald Trump, not now, not in the future. Was this fleeting outburst of moral courage part of a deep state conspiracy that you organized?
No.
Former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson called Donald Trump a moron. Former EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt said he's an empty vessel when it comes to the Constitution. Steve Bannon said he's like an 11-year-old child. Were all of these vituperative, negative characterizations of Donald Trump part of a deep state GOP conspiracy engineered by you and your friends?
No.
Balance compels me to ask you about my hero, Bruce Springsteen. Unlike the others who are all Republicans, Springsteen's a Democrat, and he said, the Republic is under siege by a moron. Did you tell him to say that?
No.
Was it part of a deep state conspiracy to criticize the president?
No.
So it's clear the point you were trying to make, Congressman, but why were the past statements of Republicans against Trump important for you to highlight in the midst of this food fight that's playing out?
Well, thank you for asking the question. I was trying to point out the obvious, which is the only thing that they've got on Strzok and his paramour is the fact that they called Donald Trump an idiot and a couple other choice negative names in their text to each other. That's it. The IG found that there was no bias in the process. The process, in fact, what came out yesterday was They, of course, knew about the fact that there was an ongoing investigation that had already started during the campaign about Russian influence with the Trump campaign, and they never leaked it. If they had wanted to harm Donald Trump in any way, they would have leaked that, but they didn't. So all they've got is a couple of late-night texts between boyfriend and girlfriend about how they thought Trump was an idiot. And I said, well, if that's enough, then large numbers of people in the Republican Party are guilty of the deep state conspiracy,
right, but
too.
Congressman, those large numbers of people weren't law enforcement involved in an investigation.
But that's precisely my point. There was an investigation as to whether there was any official bias in the investigation, and the Inspector General said no, there was none at all. They couldn't find any. So all they've got is a private statement, and we got those same private statements on Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and half the Trump administration, which has called him a moron, a jerk, an idiot, et cetera. There was a Republican member of our committee yesterday who was participating who had called the president an a-hole himself. You may as well arraign him on charges of being part of this deep state conspiracy against the president.
Congressman, I'm sorry, I'm just getting some direction on my ear. If you could just stick with me, Congressman, I need to head back to London right now. Let me see these pictures with you. We're looking at what looks like protests in London, but I think we are going to, yes, we're going to Windsor. This will be the arrival of President Trump to meet with the Queen of England. We're looking at this arrival ceremony that is going to be playing out. I think we should stop and listen in for a second.
Trump!